lazy writing. Let's talk about Black Adam and lazy writing. I know I enjoyed it. I loved Black Adam, but it got me thinking about lazy writing. You know, lazy writing is when writers and in their writers' boardroom and stuff assume that the viewer is so dumb that they have to dumb down the dialogue for us to understand. You get? And unfortunately, Black Adam, it was such an enjoyable superhero film, but I felt like sometimes they were dumbing down the dialogue so that we could understand what they were talking about. Apart from that, I really hated the score. The theme song of the whole film, it sucked. I think it felt like I was watching a 90s film. I think that's one of the worst scores in any superhero movie that I've ever watched. Is it one of the worst themes ever? It made everything feel cheap. Anyway, back to lazy writing. Lazy writing is when the writers decide, you know what, we've rewritten this so many times, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just write so that the marketers and the executives are very comfortable with what we've written. And the marketers and the executive don't really care about intelligent writing. They only care about, will this make us money? Will this make the audience comfortable enough to watch it and come back again? Will it make it easy for the viewer not to actually think? So lazy writing is still when the writers decide, man, I don't love my job. This is so, and here's the thing, writing is one of the hardest things in filmmaking. I don't think that actors deserve the accolades that they get. I believe that writers should be the ones who get the accolades and the respect, because the actors are just reading. The writers conceptualized and came up with these people and what they're supposed to do. They gave them characters, they gave them acts, they gave them life, but the actors just bring them to life. So I don't think actors really deserve that, you know, all that glory. The writers should be the rock stars, not the actors. Apart from that, let's go back to lazy writing. I'm saying this because, again, we're still talking about Black Adam. I feel like The Rock is a nice guy, and he wants to remain a nice guy. So I think he had so much influence in this film that he decided to make everything generic in terms of the writing. You know, have exposition after exposition after exposition. Yeah, you'll have a twist over here and twist over here, but there was just so much exposition. In a world where we can exploit animation and have opening credits with animation, I think they could have done a good job in telling a lot of what was explained within the film. I feel that as much as this is a very entertaining modern superhero film, I feel that it could have been a much better film if it was a bit more grounded, if they didn't go all out with the CGI and the big explosion like the opening scene, you know, that epic take on a superhero film. I think it would have worked best with trying to just ground everything. You know, the Rock, Black Adam, was floating everywhere all the time, just passing through walls. I wish it would just, you know, just calm down for a minute, take it easy, you know. But again, lazy writing. It's Black Adam, is from the comics. Yeah, how can we make him look epic? Make him float everywhere and just pass through walls. Not so intelligent, but people love that, right? I mean, how are they supposed to believe that this is a really powerful superhero? Black Adam is a weird film. Black Adam is one of those movies that you don't want to hate them, you want to love it because of the main character. But the writing, oh my goodness, the writing just, it didn't do any justice to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I wish everything was a bit grounded. You remember Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Space movie, they're everywhere, but they tried to ground everything, and introduce us to themes that we relate to and affect us emotionally strongly. Black Adam, I didn't have any emotional connection. It felt like one of those issues that are so political that people who are not into politics cannot quite relate and connect with. Anyway, here's the thing. Hollywood, you want to do lazy writing and do it well, emulate RRR. Yeah, the writing I don't think is super good, but because I was reading the subtitle, but again, the story is just too epic to be brought down by a bad script and some crazy choreographies and crazy cinematography and crazy action set pieces. And even look at RRR, it didn't have a lot of explosions. It had a lot of grounded action. It didn't have like this super insane CGI. Anyway, if you watched Black Adam, I would like to know what you think, what you thought. Did you see lazy writing, or was it just another superhero movie, another generic? Is it? Let's give it three things. Is it generic? Is it not a bad superhero movie, or is it up there with, like Iron Man? Because The Rock claims that this is like the first. It's like the Iron Man of DC because the Snyderverse never existed. He claims that this is like the Iron Man movie of DC. Actually, let's do this. Do you think that Black Adam is the Iron Man movie of DC? Comment below. If you don't want to comment, you don't have to comment. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, you cannot subscribe. If you don't have to subscribe, it's never that serious. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking your time. Yeah, look for me when something interesting comes up. I'll always have something to think about and maybe help you think about.